This is a free gift for you. These are the memorization section of my program. You can have these ones for free. If you want the full in-depth guide step by step, this links down below. Enjoy. 10 by 10 by 20 method. This is not like, is this the first name that I quoted? Actually, I don't really know the real name of it. I just saw the technique internet saying that you should memorize a page. Imagine if this is a page of Quran. Okay. Okay. You are supposed to memorize, and let's say it has a 15 line musaf. The thing is that you take the first line and you do it 10 times. You move the second line. You also do it 10 times. Yes, I know. I didn't mention whether it's by heart or by looking. Usually, it's by looking. You have to look at the musaf 10 times. Okay. And then after the 10 times, if you want, and that's how I did it once by hearts. Then after the 10 times, repeat the second line 10 times. And what you need to do is to combine both the first line and the second line. To combine both of them, you don't need to do it 10 times. Some people, like, based on my own experience, I didn't do it 10 times, but ideally you should do it 10 times. So if you want to combine line 1, line 2, both of them simultaneously, just do it. For example, let's take a mushaf, for example. I want to show you how to do it actually in practice. So the first line, you've already done it 10 times. Second line, you've done it 10 times. Combination of both. You decide, based on the way I did 3 times. Do the same thing for the third line, 10 times. Then combine first line, second line, third line, all 3 times. Keep doing that until you cover the entire page. How can we see this method practically? Here is a musaf. Let's open random page. I don't know if you can see the page very well. Okay, let's open to, for example, Surah Al-Baqarah. Okay, let's say you want to memorize this second page of Surah Al-Baqarah. Or not just that, let's just pick a random verse of Surah Al-Baqarah. I think let's pick the last page of Surah Al-Baqarah. I think that's what people mostly know. So when you look at this page, I don't know whether you can see it very well. Okay. وإن كنتم على سفر ولم تجدوا كاتبا فرهان مقبوضة. Okay. So this page, you recite it 10 times. You don't need to be slow. Okay, this is what I need to clarify. It doesn't need to be slow. You can do it fast, and I did it fast. First of all, okay, so what I need to do now, before I do the method, there's a reason I also recite through the entire page slowly. You can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it as many times as you want. But first of all, recite it so that you may not be able to be making mistakes. Because the problem when you start memorizing with the mistakes is the problem. You can recite to someone if you want. You can recite it fluently, maybe slowly. وإن كنتم على سفر ولم تجدوا كاتبا فرهان مقبوضة. Recite the entire page first, and then just implement the 10 by 10 by 20 method. You can recite it fast, like I said. وَإِن كُنتُمْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ وَلَمْ تَجِدُوا كَاتِبًا فَرِهَانٌ مَقْبُوضًا 1. وَإِن كُنتُمْ عَلى سَفَرٍ وَلَمْ تَجِدُوا كَاتِبًا فَرِهَانٌ مَقْبُوضًا 2. وَإِن كُنتُمْ عَلى سَفَرٍ وَلَمْ تَجِدُوا كَاتِبًا فَرِهَانٌ مَقْبُوضًا 3. Do it 10 times. Then move to the next line. فَإِنْ أَمِنَ بَعْضُكُمْ بَعْضًا فَلْيُؤَدِّ الَّذِي اؤْتُمِنَ أَمَانَتَهُ فَلْيَتَقِ اللَّهَ رَبَّهُ. You can't stop here, but ideally, since I saw this thing here, I can just stop here. But you can stop. Just if you know the places to start and stop, then fine. If you don't know, then just do it line by line. فَإِنْ أَمِنَ بَعْضُكُمْ بَعْضًا فَلْيُؤَدِّ الَّذِي اؤْتُمِنَ أَمَانَتَهُ فَلْيَتَقِ اللَّهَ رَبَّهُ. Do it again 10 times. Combine these two lines. وإن كنتم على سفر ولم تجدوا كاتبا فرهان مقبوضة فإن أمن بعضكم بعضا فليؤدي الذي اؤتمن أمانته فليتق الله ربه. 1. Do it again 3 times. Move to the next line. ولا تكتموا الشهادة وما يكتمها فإنه أثم قلبه. فإنه, you can stop here, but if I want, since the verse is up to this place, I can just complete the verse. أثم قلبه والله بما تعملون عليم. Do it again 3 times and then combine the full 3 lines or the full verse if it's short enough. وإن كنتم على سفر ولم تجدوا كاتبا فرهان مقبوضا فإن أمن بعضكم بعضا فليؤدي الذي اؤتمن أمانته وليتق الله ربه. أتتم الشهادة ما يكتمها فإنه أثم قلبه والله بما تعملون عليم. Okay, you can deploy that as well. By doing that, do it 3 times. Move to the next. Do the same thing. Combine. You can combine. Just keep combining. Like do it next line 10 times. Then combine everything. Do it again next line 10 times. Combine everything. You can stop at half page or you can complete the page. When you complete the page and then you recite, this is for the solidification. You need to solidify it as fast as possible. 20 times. I know this one might sound extreme or something like that, but when I timed everything, I did everything under 60 minutes. That's how I used to memorize it. I did it under 60 minutes. When you go experience, you'll be able to do it in under 30 minutes. The thing you need to understand with memorization is that when you memorize fast, you're gonna forget fast. So in order for you not to forget, then make sure to revise it multiple times. You can revise it doesn't need to be one sitting. It can be multiple times. It can be 20 times one sitting. It can be 5, 5, 5, 5, whichever one you want. That would be a little bit easier. If you don't understand, you can ask me in the comments. This is called the 10 by 10 by 20 method. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So we're gonna discuss the 3 by 3 method. This method is a little bit advanced actually, but you can give it a try as I did it as well. The 3 by 3 method is that you would basically do it like 3 times and 3 times again. Let's take a page for example. Okay, take the first line, do it 3 times. And not 3 times, like you might not memorize as fast as possible, but just put as much focus in as possible. Do it 3 times. When you recite it 3 times, move to the next line 3 times. You can as well challenge yourself to do it 1 time without looking. That's an eye I draw. So you can do it without looking 1 time, but just do it like 3 times and then try it 1 time. Sometimes you might make mistakes, and if it's difficult for you, you can up this number maybe 5 times, 7 times a day. But the 3 by 3 is for those people that are a little bit advanced. Next page, 3 times. Combine these two 3 times as well. So line 1 plus line 2 3 times. Then move line 3 times, and then line 1 plus line 2 plus line 3 times. Do it till you finish the page, and then recite the entire page, full page 3 times. So if I were to give you a duration to complete this thing, you'll be able to do it under 30 minutes, depending on your reading speed and your comprehension. The problem with this method, however, is that it needs a lot of revision. Because you basically memorize in very, very fast, like 3 by 3 times is not really that effective. But If you're able to memorize, revise it throughout your day. It might not be, you can revise it, maybe just do it maybe 2 times today, and then next day, or like few minutes, a few hours, and just do it 3 times again, maybe 3 times. Just keep revising it by hearts. I highly recommend by hearts. When I say by heart, just not looking. Okay, how can we practically implement this? Let's open a random page. Let's open a random page this time around. Maybe let's go for Surah Al-Anfal. This page. يسألونك عن الأنفال. Okay. All the measures I'm talking about, the speed doesn't really matter as far as you can memorize. Although the speed would actually affect the duration. So if you're starting slow, then expect to take a long time to do it. يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله والرسول فاتقوا الله وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين. And why I didn't mention from the 3x3 method, you can actually combine all the 3 lines at the same time. It doesn't need to be, can be 3 lines. Okay, so it's a little bit advanced, but you can't be doing 3 times. Just 3 lines at the same time, do it 3 times and then combine 3 times. To make it easier, let's just pick a line. Because if I say 3 lines and just 3 times, although it will challenge your brain so much, and within like a week, you kind of have to adapt this thing. About a week or about maybe 2 weeks, you start to adapt that. يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله والرسول فاتقوا الله. Do it again. يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله والرسول فاتقوا الله. يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله والرسول فاتقوا الله. When you do that 3 times, move to the next page. وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين. وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين. وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين. That's the 2 lines combined. Everything do it 3 times. يسألونك عن الأنفال قل الأنفال لله ورسوله فاتقوا الله وأصلحوا ذات بينكم وأطيعوا الله ورسوله إن كنتم مؤمنين. Do it 3 times. Move to the next line. 3 times again. Combine everything 3 times. 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. Before you know it, you complete the entire page 3 times. And then it's very important, like I said, to revise a lot. Revise a lot. When you keep doing that, you'll be able to memorize fast. With consistent revision. When I say consistent revision, like constantly going back, trying it by heart. If you miss it again, come back and do it again and again and again and again. You'll be able to memorize the page of the Quran, or maybe any page of the Quran, when you use the 3x3 method. And I'll see you in the next episode. We've covered the advanced 3x3. Now we're gonna cover a little basic one, which is 20x20 method. The 20x20 is a similar concept from this. You don't need to take 20 lines, like the Quran is having 20 lines. So pick, let's say the Musaf is a Musaf. I have a cool drawing, right? So take a line, do it 20 times. Close the Musaf by looking. And then also the same thing 20 times without looking. That's 40 reps. Move to the next line. Line 2. Do the same thing 20 times while looking. And then 20 times as well without looking. And then to combine line 1, line 2, everything again 20 times. This is gonna take maybe 2 hours or something like that. But I'm telling you, when you memorize this way, revision is not gonna be easy. It's difficult at all. It's very easy for you to revise. Very easy. Like I'm talking about, like very easy, very very easy to revise, because you did so much reps. Imagine if this every line 40 times, like 40 times 15 lines, that's 600 reps. This is quite a lot. I'm telling you, you're not gonna forget this thing. Practical example again, once again. That's Surah Maryam. كاف حيا عين صاد ذكر رحمة ربك عبدا زكريا. كاف حيا عين صاد ذكر رحمة ربك عبدا زكريا. 20 times. Okay, so at the time of editing the video, I realized that I was saying Abadan Zakaria. It's a mistake. It was supposed to be Abadahu Zakaria. Thank you. Next line, 20 times. Sorry, 20 times with looking, 20 times up without looking. Next line, 20 times with looking, 20 times without looking. Combine both of them 20 times. Like by looking, that's it. That way is usually like, if you observe, like they just want you to like know the Quran by looking. Okay. Do the 20 times, 20 times, 20, combine 20 times again, combine 20 times, 20 times, 20 times. Before you know it, you complete the entire page. And once you're done with the page, also recite the page 20 times. This is a daunting task, but it's gonna be easy for you. So this is the 20 by 20 method. I'll see you in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the last episode, we've covered the 10 by 10 by 20 method. Now there's something called the rote method. ROTE. This is the easiest method actually. The rote method. And you have been doing this, it's just that you might not realize that you have been doing the rote method. The way you do the rote method is, let's take a page. Basically, you just have to recite through multiple times. You don't even need to memorize, just recite it so many times. People saying like do it 50 to 100 times. I know this might sound daunting, but if you calculate, let's say you do a page in, when starting out, you're gonna start maybe with 3 minutes, but then it's gonna reduce to maybe a minute maybe, or even 45 seconds. Just reciting, and if it's too big for you, you can chunk it down. You might divide it, instead of doing full page, you should probably do it like this. Maybe this one, do it maybe 50 times, 50 times, 50 times, and then maybe combine through maybe like 10 times or something like that. It's 50 times, let's say 3 lines, you recite 3 lines, maybe 10 seconds per line, and that's 3 lines, which is 30 seconds, and 30 times 50 is how much? 1,500 seconds. I want you to do the math. That's how much? 616 here. I think it's 25, yeah. So within 25 minutes, you complete this chunk. 25 minutes, complete this chunk. 25 minutes, complete this chunk. That's 75 minutes. And then maybe it's roughly, it's going to take you like 90 minutes. But this method is effective to those people that maybe at night you cannot push through, you have a headache or something like that. Then use that method for you to memorize the Quran. Let's take a practical example. Let's open. Should we open the next page? The page? Let's just open a random page. Just a random page, just around. Let's take this page from Surah Al-Araf. وَالْبَلَدُ الطَّيِّبُ يَخْرُجُ مِنْ نَبَاتُهُ بِإِذْنِ رَبِّهِ. Let's say you back from school, you're so tired, your brain, you cannot sit down to memorize, and you must memorize in order to keep your portion. Just recite through. والبلد الطيب يخرج نباته بإذن ربي والذي خبث لا يخرج إلا نكدا كذلك يبين الله كذلك نصرف الله لقوم يشكرون لقد أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه فقال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره إني أخاف عليكم عذاب يوم عظيم قال الملأ. Just recite the entire thing and again and again and again and again. If you're so tired, then recite it like 20 times. I did it once, I did 20 times, and after that 20 times in the morning, like you memorize like 60% of the page. Just within few minutes you're gonna memorize the entire page. So rote method is very effective for maybe when you're really tired and you must put the effort in to kind of create the identity. So use the rote method to your advantage, recite it multiple times, and I'll see you in the next episode. So these were the modules from the program. I really want to know what you think about it, and if you want the full guide step by step, it will be linked down below. Thank you.